7 miles on this road? Are you kidding me?
Oh. 7 miles?
Well, we've been in Colorado for a while, but you get what I'm saying. 24 hours and 58 minutes. 1,622 miles on the dot. Wow, who would have thought that? This is the story of a road trip I took with my family for spring break this year. Driving all the way from our home in Athens, Georgia, out to Colorado, and then all the way back. Sad can a dog look?
Yeah.
I've never seen him get under the car like that. He knows we're about to leave for 11 days. Leaving Athens late on day one because of a baseball game that my son had made the 5-hour drive to Nashville extremely tough. We're going 0 miles an hour now. So yeah, 2 hours into the trip.
Wow, wow, wow.
I mean, we're still in Georgia. But our journey on day 2 would prove to be even a little bit more difficult. It was because we were staring at an 830-mile drive all the way from Nashville to Kansas. But the highlight of the day was probably our quick stop in Metropolis, Illinois to visit the giant Superman statue. How tall is this statue? 25 feet? 25-foot Superman statue in southern Illinois, Metropolis, Illinois. We've been here once before. When was that? That was about 5 years ago? Yeah, about 5 years ago, and there was a lot of snow on the ground. But we figured passing through, this is just one of those places you've got to stop at. It's almost like historical. Day 3 began with a light dusting of snow in beautifully flat Hays, Kansas. Our destination that day was Fort Collins, Colorado. We were going to stay with some friends that night, but before we left Kansas, I wanted to visit a place called Monument Rocks, some place that I'd just found on Google. It's located about 28 miles southeast of Oakley, Kansas, and honestly, it felt like we had just entered the Twilight Zone. 7 miles on this road? Are you kidding me?
Oh. 7 miles?
Thoughts on the Monument Rocks?
It was cool to see, and it will make for some great photo shots.
We liked it better than the kids did.
Yeah, they were inside that car within like 3 minutes.
So the rest of our drive to Colorado went fairly quickly, thanks in part to the 75-mile-an-hour speed limit. Fort Collins downtown?
Yeah.
After 24 hours and how many minutes?
It's just nice to actually be walking around and not driving in a car.
We are not driving. You are walking.
I'm walking in a real city. I'm not walking into a Holiday Inn.
No, that's right. So we met up with our friends and ended up spending about 18 hours in Fort Collins, which is a beautiful college town located about 65 miles north of Denver. The kids, they had a great time catching up with their buddies. Jennifer and I enjoyed the authentic Tex-Mex food that we found at the Rio Grande restaurant, and we were all in awe of the beauty of Fort Collins' Horsetooth Reservoir, where we hiked and fell. Oh! But despite all of the shortcomings on my climbing adventures, it's not easy. I'm not gonna lie. The photos we were able to take and the memories we made, it was well worth the trip all the way up to the reservoir, and I would definitely do it again.
Mom, what are your thoughts on the station?
Nice. Very swanky.
What's that mean?
swanky.
Yeah.
It's fancy, kind of hipster, I guess.
Okay.
With the music in the back.
We'd been on the road for 5 days and still had not reached our main destination. The Mile High City was our penultimate stop on our drive west, and we all needed a break. Lucky for us, we found ourselves at Denver's Union Station. The short respite gave us time to recharge, grab a cup of coffee or rosé, and even play some table games. Union Station feels a lot like New York's Grand Central Terminal, and it does everything right, from providing just enough eclectic ambiance with plenty of extreme comfort and practicality. But we didn't just drive thousands of miles to sit at a train station. It was time to head for the mountains. Yes, it was time to go skiing.
Skiing down School Farm has been really fun. I know it's green, but I think it's the best green out here, definitely.
This was our first family ski trip out west, and we chose Keystone Resort, one, because it's not far from Denver, about 75 miles west on I-70, and two, Keystone has an amazing 3.5 mile long all-green run called School Farm, which starts at the top of the mountain and traverses all the way down to the lifts at the base of the mountain. It's a green where all skiing abilities can excel, and challenging enough to where you never get tired of it. I think I've burned over 3,500 calories. The feeling of getting ski boots off after being in them for 9 hours. My knees feel like they're still skiing, even though I'm not.
Me too.
Yeah, Keystone. It was exhausting, but well worth the wait. Oh, that feels so good. Hands down, Keystone Resort was the best spot for our family of 5 ski trip. The early April, spring-like weather was absolutely gorgeous. There was a little bit of snow here and there and lots of mild temps during the day.
It's actually pretty warm here, too. It's not too cold, it's not too hot.
Add in a beautiful 2-bedroom, 2-bath Airbnb complete with bunk beds for the kids, plenty of natural sunlight, and close enough to walk to the lifts. Our journey out to the Rockies was nothing short of perfect. And after 2 full days of skiing, like all good things, it came to an end. Not wanting to repeat our same route to get back home, we opted for a different track through southern Colorado. I don't know what you call this, the lower desert plains or something like that, but you got the mountains in the back. And it's a lovely 60-something degrees, so keep on trucking. Indeed, we kept on trucking to the tune of 730 miles through the tip of New Mexico and into the panhandle of Texas.
At what point are we going to be in like a city?
We're not far from Amarillo. We'll be there by morning. All told, it took us 14 hours to go from Keystone, Colorado to Abilene, Texas. It was a long trip, but provided us a relatively short 3.5 hour drive to our next destination, Austin. Day 7, 8.
You
lost track.
a vacuum. I ran into a vacuum. I'm sorry.
Abilene to Austin today. Jennifer said she's tired of seeing my Cobra Kai shirt. I told her I wear it because it fits well, but I did buy this Colorado shirt. Let's see if I can get it on. How's this work?
It looks good.
Arriving in the Texas state capital mid-afternoon only allowed a handful of hours to get as much in as possible. Lucky for us, we stayed at the Embassy Suites, located a block from the Ann Richards Congress Avenue Bridge. If you're familiar with Austin, you know that South Congress Avenue is one of the main hubs of activity there. So from our hotel, we just made our way up to the Capitol building, took some street photography along the way, stumbled onto one of the tallest murals you'll ever see called Toss City. It's near Brazos Street, and we even found ourselves at the Yeti flagship store. They have a play area for the kids. There's a bar for the adults and every single Yeti product imaginable in every color known to man here in Austin, Texas. And here's a travel tip. If you buy a Yeti cup from the flagship store, they give you a free drink. Austin, Texas during the day was great, of course, but at night the city seems to come alive. Literally. The 5 of us, along with a couple thousand others, gathered near the Ann Richards Congress Avenue Bridge right around sunset to see the bats fly out. Yes, I said bats, and there were thousands of them. They're Mexican free-tailed bat species, and they do this nightly between March and early fall. It's a must-see during your stay in Austin. So we're live at the Johnson Space Center. This is the STS. What is it?
Shuttle Carrier Aircraft.
Shuttle-
SCA.
STA, shuttle.
Oh, STA.
STA.
Get your acronym straight.
Shuttle.
I flew the STA, Shuttle Training.
With a former NASA employee and
Local.
Air Force,
Relative.
but general,
Oh, something like that.
something like that.
Just an airman.
A very special airman.
Yeah.
Day 9 of our road trip, with a relatively short drive to Houston, we found ourselves at the Johnson Space Center, home of NASA. My uncle provided us with an amazing tour, from the interactive experiences for the kids to life-size replicas of planes, mission control, space shuttles, and rockets. It is a can't-miss endeavor that will have you in awe about the history of space exploration.
Whoa. About that, buddy.
The best part of the tour is at the end, when you get to see the actual Saturn V rocket on display. It has been oriented on its side because it is longer than the Statue of Liberty is tall. I guess everything is bigger in Texas. 71 hours in the car, 4,130 miles, and we finally are home after 11 days on the road. And
It feels good to be back.
basically 3 days of in this car. So thank goodness for Chevy making great vehicles to where it keeps us comfortable, and yeah,
I picked it up.
4,130 miles. Why do you take trips like this as a family? Why do you choose to drive 4,000 miles and spend the equivalent of 3 days in a car just to go skiing for a couple days, when you could simply fly or save the effort and not go at all? And who really cares about seeing the plains of Kansas or riding through a dusty old North Texas rail town? I think a lot of us do, actually. I know I do. It's for those times when you can drive in one direction and see nothing, while the other direction has mountain peaks in excess of 12,000 feet. It's about showing my kids places they've never seen before. I'd never been to Kansas either before this trip.
Lovely, snowy Kansas.
It's about exploring and getting out of your comfort zone. It's about the conversations and the jokes you and your wife share, and how you'll always remember that little town in Illinois where you saw Superman. You could say all 5 of us created multiple flashbulb memories during our journey. Those are memories we have or create about certain moments in our lives.
Walker's on a blue.
This is due to the event being significant or surprising. The memory is accurate and quite detailed because of the extenuating circumstances surrounding its origin. And surely, every parent begins thinking about how quickly their children are growing up, and it makes them a little misty-eyed. You realize these are the days that you can't get back. Your children will never be this age again. The dynamics and how you interact will change as they get older. It's weird, but it's good, and a little sad too. But it's life, and it's why you take the time to see new places and create new flashbulb memories that all will enjoy for a lifetime. Thanks for watching. I hope you were inspired to jump in the car and take a road trip just like we did.